of buildings have helped shape your city to make it special. Imagine if walls and buildings could talk. A single building, whether historical or modern, can greatly affect the mood and feel of a city. Different regions are known to use different styles of architecture, depending on climate and social history. For example, New Orleans was greatly affected by its French roots, which is shown through the use of French, colonial, and Creole architecture. San Francisco is known for its colorful Victorian houses, just as Boston is known for its Federalist-style brick buildings, and the Southwest is full of distinctive adobe buildings. Every city has its own quirks and architectural influences. In this project, students will learn about the architecture of their city and choose a building or monument from their community that is important to them. Hi, I'm Whitney Meredith, and I'm going to show you how to make a self-standing, soft pillow sculpture that highlights the architectural forces within your community. I have a copy of a building that's influential to me here, and I've placed my transfer paper onto my linoleum. It's best to tape down your transfer paper and your image so they don't move. Trace the image firmly with a ballpoint pen. After your image is transferred, go over that line with a permanent marker, like in this example here. That way, your drawing won't smudge while you carve your block print. I'm using Blick Ready Cut. The Ready Cut is special in that it has two layers. The top is gray, and the bottom color is white, with a split down the middle. This really takes the guesswork out of, have I carved this print deep enough? It's really great for beginners. It's also a soft rubber composition that makes it incredibly easy to carve. I like to begin by carving the outermost line, then bigger shapes inside, and then finally all the little details. Now to carve the smaller areas, you will want to use a smaller blade. Once you have your image carved, it's time to size up your canvas. You want a piece at least 2 inches wider than your print. And for the height, you want to double the height of your print and have a little extra, a few inches, depending on how wide you want your base to be. I'm using Speedball fabric and block printing ink for this project. It is both oil-based and water-soluble, as well as AP non-toxic. It truly is magical. It's super opaque, but it can be cleaned up with water. Place your canvas with the printing plate on the bottom. Give about an inch at the top. There should be a long, empty tail of canvas toward the bottom of the print. That is going to be the back side. You don't really need to use a baren here. It will transfer just by pressing. When dry, fold the canvas with the image side visible, facing up, and cut around the image to shape it. This can be whatever you want, really. You can follow the contours of the building, do zigzags, scalloped edges. It's really artist's choice here, and there's just no wrong answer. Once you have a general shape cut out, turn the piece over and begin to give your building a voice. Keep the writing at least an inch or so from the fold line, so it will remain fully visible when it's assembled. I'm just using a paint pen here to write. Now you are ready to shape the bottom of your building, the foundation that will make it stand. And this is my favorite part. Think of that fold that makes a bag of trail mix stand up on its own. That is what we are creating here. I call it a pinch and tuck. Now, I try to keep open ends here lined up as much as possible. They can always be trimmed up and evened out later. I hold the canvas about an inch down from the fold, then I pinch it and tuck the canvas in. Now, it's handy to have a partner here, ready to put a clothespin on your fold to keep it from moving. You could sew here, but I'm going to run a bead of glue along the inside edge. Be sure to leave an opening at the top to fill with stuffing later. And get both sides of this folded corner here. I'm using mini clothespins to keep this together until it dries. And then repeat on the other side. So now that it's dry, we're ready for our polyester pillow stuffing. I found that taller, more narrow buildings need a little help standing. A handful of rice or dry sand and beans could be used to help weigh down the base if needed. You can use a pencil or the end of a brush to push the stuffing all the way to the bottom. And once as it's stuffed, close off your opening. Now you have your very own soft standing building. When put together, you can make a whole city. To see this lesson as a PDF with step-by-step instruction, a full list of materials, as well as national standards, visit dickblick.com. You will find hundreds more free lessons and videos there as well.